So I want to look at some delete statements in against our databases now. First, we're going to look at unconstrained delete statements. So I've removed the safe query restriction in MySQL Workbench, so I can delete from order details without a select statement. Again, not something to do, but something you can experiment with in a test database like we have. I always run MySQL sample database between these runs to reestablish my database. In fact, I'm going to do that now just to make sure my database is intact before we run these delete statements. So we're going to select every record in every column from order details and then delete every row and then select them again to see what the effect, of course, is. We have every row here in order details, and now we have order details, and notice that we've blown away all our order details. So not something to do, but something that SQL allows. Delete from order details, no where clause. Let's look at some more examples. So this time I'm going to delete or attempt to delete from orders and then delete from order details. So all orders are going to be deleted and all order details, all associated order details are going to be attempted to be deleted. Let's run these scripts. So we see the effects of the two select statements. So we select star from orders and select star from order details, and there are our records. And then delete from orders, but notice here, delete from orders. This failed actually, this delete statement failed here, and it failed because it violates a foreign key constraint. Remember, order details has a formal relationship with orders that takes the form of a foreign key constraint. So order details says, my order rows relate to orders rows through the order number. And we've established a foreign key relationship there, the formal one. So when we try to delete from orders, we're deleting right now orders that order details still refer to, violating the foreign key constraint. So our script stops on line 4, and that's it. Once we have that error, the script will no longer run. So let's fix this error, and we'll run it again. I'll run MySQL sample database here. And then this script has the error fixed. That is the foreign key error fixed. In fact, that's not the script I wanted to show you. Hold on. So this script should fix the foreign key error. So by removing order details first, we remove the foreign key dependency that order details records has against orders. So we've, in effect, not removed the definition of the constraint, but we've removed all the actual records that refer to the orders table. So now it works. So if you're going to delete and you have a foreign key relationship, you need to delete records from the child table first before deleting the records in the referred to table. Once again, in a production database, you don't want to use update or deletes that don't have where clauses. This is good for a test database where we can recreate it easily, but never do this on a production database. So in this example, we have a properly constrained delete statement that is delete by a where clause where the order number is equal to 10.253. So we want to use a select statement that has that same where clause. So anytime you do an update or a delete, make sure you do a select statement first. Examine carefully the records that come up from that where clause, that select statement, because you're only reading it now, before you use the same where clause in a delete or update statement. That's the best way to, well, double check your work before you execute this. So let's execute this. And we have the order number, in this case filtered on 10.253. And we see that order number. We see order details, quite a few order details, but I read through this and make sure that, yeah, we have 1 through 14 line numbers here, and that's what we have here. So I'm relatively confident now that these select statement has the correct where clause, so I can apply these where clauses to the delete statement. So delete from order details first, again, in order to avoid the foreign key constraint. And then we delete from orders with the same order number. And then finally, we query against that order number and see that those records are gone. So always delete. When you do a delete statement, always make sure that you filter with a where clause and make sure that you understand what that where clause is doing with a select statement before you do the delete. All right.